At 18, I was in trade school learning to fix cars. At 23, I was 30 grand in debt. At 25, I started my first recruitment agency. And at 32, I moved to Dubai and hit my first $1 million. Over the last 10 years, my companies have done over $5 million in revenue with about 1.5 million in profit. And I'm going to share with you the 10 lessons that took me from being a broke car mechanic to running a 7-figure business. And if you even apply half of these, you'll save yourself years of pain and probably a lot of money too. Lesson number 1. Your past doesn't define your future. So here's the thing. Where you come from doesn't matter. What family you were born into doesn't matter. How you grew up doesn't matter. The only difference between people who make it and people who don't is what they actually do about it. I was born in a small Belgian town. My dad left when I was 1. My mom couldn't afford our place, so we moved in with my grandparents. It was me, my mom, my brother, my sister, and both my grandparents all crammed under one roof. Now, luckily it was a big house, but it was falling apart. I mean, we had cracked windows, broken heating, garden looked like a jungle, and most people would look at that house and see failure. But I looked at it and I just saw possibilities. And my first goal in life was to buy that house back one day. Now, I never did. Guess I was born too late, but it pushed me forward anyway. And you always have a choice in how you see your situation. Same thing in business. You can complain about a bad month, or you can use it as fuel to absolutely crush it next time. Lesson number 2. You don't need good grades to win. I went to trade school because I hated regular school. I had problems with teachers, with authority, with doing homework, just because someone told me to. I did just enough to pass. I always took the easiest route because my only goal was getting the hell out of there. I knew school wasn't for me. I didn't know what I wanted yet, but I had this burning desire to start my own thing and have an extraordinary life. And people told me that if I didn't have good grades, I would never make it. Well, today I run recruitment agencies, and to do that, I had to learn sales, communication, leadership, recruiting, and none of which they teach you in school. I learned by doing, by failing, and by trying again. I learned more in my first year as a business owner than in all my years at school combined. You get paid for what you do and not for what you know. If it were the opposite, teachers would be millionaires, right? Lesson number 3. Failure isn't fatal. As long as you can try again, you haven't failed. When I was 23, I was 30 grand in debt. I lost everything, I had to move back with my mom, my car got impounded, my credit cards were maxed out, and every dollar I made went to paying off debt. And I felt like a complete failure. But a few months later, I started my first recruitment agency. And within the first year, I paid back everything and went on a vacation for the first time in years. As long as you don't give up, you haven't failed. You're still in the game. You can keep rolling the dice. Lesson number 4. Commit to one thing. If you want to succeed at anything, commit to one thing and just stick with it. I tried every sales job you can imagine, but the day I discovered recruitment, my life changed forever. I knew this was it. This was the business I was going to make a killing in no matter what. The last 10 years haven't been easy. I mean, I had the sleepless nights, I had the stress, wondering if I'd go bankrupt again, crisis hitting, key people were leaving, and I wanted to give up so many times, but I didn't because I committed. Most people fail because they switch too often. Monday it's plan A, Tuesday it's plan B, and by Friday they don't even know what the heck they're doing anymore. So if you want to win, just pick one thing, commit to it, and follow through until you succeed. Lesson 5. The wrong partner will break you. Your business partner can make or break your business, and mine almost broke me. So I'd been trying to start my agency for over a year and it was going okay, but I hadn't hired anyone yet and it wasn't growing like I wanted. So I made a huge mistake. I gave away 50% of my company for free to someone with 10 years of experience, thinking it would help me scale. Well, it didn't. He was full of shit. He didn't follow through. He barely worked. He showed up late. And I ended up buying him out and almost went bankrupt in the process. Look, having him there gave me a false sense of security, but it did push me to hire my first team and get my first office, so I don't regret it completely. It taught me that being alone is better than being with the wrong person. I've seen business partners stay together like unhappy couples just because they started together, even when it's clearly not working out. If you know deep down it's going nowhere, talk about it. And if it can be fixed, wish each other the best and just walk away. By the way, I'm just getting this channel off the ground, so can I ask you a small favor? Hitting subscribe is completely free for you, but it's really valuable for me. And I promise that in return, I'll keep earning your trust with the best content I can make to help you start and grow your business. So thanks for the love, and let's get back to the video. Lesson 6. Rock bottom is a gift. You know what's worse than going bankrupt? Accepting you're going bankrupt and doing nothing about it. I went bankrupt twice, in 2020 and again in 2022. But both times, it changed my life for the better. My coach at the time told me, okay, look, you can go bankrupt and leave your 150K in debt behind, you start fresh, you can keep your contacts and you can keep your clients. He said, if you fight back and you pull through, you'll become a different kind of entrepreneur, because growth comes from facing hard times and not from running from them. And since then, I've chosen the hard path every time, because every time I chose hard, I grew. And nobody ever did anything extraordinary by sitting on a couch feeling sorry for themselves, right? So success belongs to those who go out there and earn it. Lesson 7. You're not just losing, you're just not winning yet. Now, for years I thought I was losing, but I wasn't losing, I wasn't winning yet. Since starting my business, my goal was making $1 million a year. And every year I built my plans around that one goal. And it took me 8 years to get there. And I felt like a failure every year because I hadn't hit it. But I didn't see what was happening. At the same time, I was growing, I was learning new skills, I was building better teams, I was getting better at sales and leadership. So if you haven't reached your goals yet, that's fine. You're not losing, you're just not winning yet. Lesson 8. Hire killers or stay small forever. The most important skill you can learn as a business owner is how to hire great people. I had to restart my team from 0 3 times before I got it right. I used to hire cheap, I hired people I liked, I hired people I thought I could manage, and they were good people, but they weren't the killers I was looking for. They weren't the ones who would help me reach the next level. And after building the team I have today, it's crystal clear. Your company's success depends on the people inside it. The difference between someone who's okay and someone who's really great is 2, 3, 5, maybe 10 times the output. So never settle when it comes to hiring, because if you do, you're not saving money, you're just slowing down your company. Lesson number 9. People over everything. The biggest mistake I made as a business owner was not caring enough about my people. I used to see employees just as, well, employees, people I paid to do a job, and I didn't care about what they wanted or where they were going. But when I started to genuinely care, to understand their story, their goals, and align those with my goals and with my company's goals, everything changed for me. If you ask me what got me to that $1 million business, it's simple. It's working with people I truly love and who are great at what they do. Life's too short and your business is way too valuable to work with people you don't like anyway. Because if you don't like them, you won't go all in for them. And if you don't go all in for them, they won't go all in for you. And that's just how you stay stuck. Lesson 10. Freedom beats money every time. The real purpose of building a business should be freedom and not money. And money is great. I love it. I love making money. I love spending it, but money is just a tool. If you're not free, it doesn't matter how much money you have. When I started my business, I did it for money because I was broke, in debt, and I wanted to prove something. Money was my trophy. But after having kids, I realized that money is just a tool that buys you freedom. Today, I run a 7-figure business that gives me complete freedom. I have time freedom, I have location freedom, I have financial freedom, and I can live wherever I want, work whenever I want, and from anywhere I want. And I could just run everything in 2 to 3 hours a day if I wanted to. So don't optimize for more money, optimize for more freedom. Because the real goal should be something bigger than yourself. And for me, that's spending time with the people I love. Look, the secret behind every successful business is this. You have to create something that's bigger than yourself. It's okay to start because you want more money or because you want to quit your job. But what keeps you going in the long term is purpose. And for me, that purpose was having complete freedom for my wife, our 2 kids, and me. And that's what kept me going when things got tough, and that's what still drives me today. If you've got questions, drop a comment below. I'll reply to everyone. And if this helped you, watch this video next where I show you exactly how to get started.